Boy, do I have a word for you. God literally never said it was going to be easy, and this is not the huggable gospel. God actually said, when the flames come, when the suffering comes, when the water breaks, when the rivers break, I will be with you. Isaiah 43:2. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. When you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze, for I am the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. How are you looking at your suffering? Are you looking at it as though God put me in it? God put me in it. Or are you looking at it like God got me through it? God got me through it. God's going to get me through it because he said he's with you. He actually said when it comes, not if it comes. Life is not going to be easy at all. He never once said life is going to be easy here on earth. He did say he will be with you. And if God is on your team, what can stand against? What can stand against? It's not God's fault that my biological mother chose drugs over me my whole entire life. It is not his fault. He did not force her hand. He did not get in her head and say, this is what you have to do in order to teach Lauren something. No, but he did get me through it. He moved me through it. I am 22 years old, completely healed of any and all mother trauma. I don't look to other women in distrust. I don't look to men in distress because of the men that she brought around me. I do not. And that is by the grace of God, because he got me through those waters. Whenever those flames were present, I was not set ablaze. He got me through it. How are you looking at your depression? How are you looking at the man that cheated on you? Are you looking at God saying, you allowed it to happen, God? You allowed it to happen. God's going to knock on the door. He's going to knock on the door, but he's never going to force his entry. The same way that he doesn't force good people to do good things is the same way that he's not going to force a bad person to not do a bad thing, because he loves us too much. And whenever there is light, perfect example, whenever there is light, there is a shadow. In the presence of all light, there is also darkness. This is not God's fault. This shadow is not God's fault. You know what is your fault, though, is if you do not look to him in the storm. And look, I get it. I haven't always looked to him in the storm, but he has called my name and I have turned my head. Turn your head, because he's going to get you through it, but you got to let him. You got to let him. Instead of saying, God, I'm so mad at you for putting me here, you got to say, God, what are we doing next? Where are we going? That's God got me through it. Thank you. Love you. Bye.